Ryan Kwanten is back, and this time he's in his new film, Glorious. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film Glorious, which is going to be premiering on Shudder August 18th. Now, this film stars Ryan Kwanten, who I've been a fan of for years, ever since the days of True Blood, where he plays Jason Stackhouse. And since then, he's been in some other films that I've been pretty fond of, or at least his work in the film. One being 2067 and another being Expired. Two films that reviews are available now on the channel. But he really does a good job in playing these characters. Very mysterious, sometimes even mischievous, but most of the time just a hard read. Yet you just really buy into his acting, and for whatever it's worth, he plays this character that's not really the same, but you can tell they're all very much like variations of one another. And I think he just does a good job as being that wandering character that for the viewers, we just not sure what to make of him. And ever since the days of playing Jason Stackhouse, who was just always that, you know, every other character in True Blood was clearly identified as something. But Jason was that one you're just like, well, if everybody else in this town is something, then of course he is. And that's sort of been like the character, the persona that he's kind of like continued to revolutionize over the time, like, or evolve, should I say, over the time. And here we are again with a character, West, who this character West is fresh out of a breakup, and he is swirling around. He's kind of resorted to alcohol. He's definitely having some moments where he's just kind of internally exploding, all sorts of different things. You know, I think that part of the character could be relatable, but the other part of the character is still a lot of what Ryan brings to the character, I feel, as he evolves this character that we've seen over the years, where you just do not understand, even with understanding that he is fresh out of a relationship and how hard that may be, that you still don't understand like what else is going on with him. So the film was pretty short. I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes, but like for about 40 minutes of it, you're definitely wondering like what is going on with this character and then overall what's going on in the film. So he goes to a bathroom at a rest stop and he gets locked inside of it. And when he goes to this very janky stall, he hears a voice next to him. And the voice is J.K. Simmons, who I was not expecting. When I heard, I was like, oh, I know that voice. And J.K. is, you know, one of the best actors, one of the best character actors, I think, in all of Hollywood, but he's a damn sure good voice actor as well. And he kind of plays this demonic presence in the stall next to him. He's basically telling him like he knows all about his life. He knows what's going on, and he has a few demands of his own. I'm gonna call it what it is. He kind of gives you the devil vibe, but you're not quite sure if he is the devil or not. So even this demonic presence next to him is a little bit of a hard read. So you have him speaking to Wes, letting him know that like, hey, you know, again, I know what you're going through, but hey, this is what it's going to be. You know, I need you to kind of I need a couple of things from you. One being there's a glory hole in there, and that is a very very interesting element throughout the entirety of the film, because when you first get introduced to this character that J.K. Simmons is voicing, that we don't ever see until towards the end, you keep wondering like, why is there like a drawing of something that looks definitely demonic, but then there's this hole in the middle that clearly by level is a glory hole. So you're just like, all right, well, yeah, it wouldn't be a Ryan character unless there was some type of horny element to it and whatnot. It's very strange for that ad, but like overall, the mystery, the mystery of the two characters and what's up with this glory hole and why is he locked in his bathroom. And then obviously because this demonic presence knows about what he's going through, he's speaking some hard truths to him. He's giving him some visions. He's giving him a lot of ultimatums. There's a lot of guessing going on between the two of them as they're trying to figure each other out. Well, JK's character knows what's going on, but you know, Ryan's character as Wes does not know exactly the scenario that he's in and how dire this scenario may be. Now, with that being said, visually, it's for this, you know, very small set location here inside this bathroom inside of a rest stop. You don't have a lot going on, but you do have a lot of flickering lights, and you do have these sort of like trips that they go on in terms of like taking them to like different astral planes and all sorts of different stuff. So like it gets a little trippy throughout the film. There is some imagery within all of this that is definitely kind of telling, and then there's some animation that's attached to it as well that I thought was really done well. So like a lot is kind of going on that you're not really sure exactly what, but like as you get deeper and deeper into the film, things start to get a little bit more unraveled yet clear. So like be clear, to be clear here, like you don't know what to expect here. Like expect the most unexpected as the film progresses, because you are going to go on an adventure with Wes, and I think it's very kind of symbolic in terms of what Wes is feeling, but also like this demonic entity, you know, presenting the hard truths to him. Now with that, there is a lot of implied gore until there actually is gore. So like there is some kind of crazy things that kind of goes on here. I mean, it's Shudder, so like, you know, there has to be an element of horror to it. I feel like part of it was probably that realism in terms of horror, but then definitely there's some things that are just straight up horror. So like a little bit of implied gore until the real gore comes about, and then when we ultimately do get to see the design of this demonic entity, it was okay. You know, I was expecting a little bit more, but you know, I think for a lot of the classic and traditional horror fans, I think like the design of this thing definitely is within that category. Nothing over the top. Maybe it was practical, maybe CGI. I'm not sure, but you know, nothing like, you know, mind blowing. You know what I mean? And I think anytime you have a big reveal in terms of an entity, I'm always expecting the most insane thing ever. And for me, I was kind of like, okay, not a problem. But as I said, J.K. voice acting work is stellar. Ryan again just continues to carry this type of character within all of his roles, and continues to evolve it. It's always strange, always weird, and you just never knows what to expect. And as he tries to escape these things, things get more, as he tries to escape this bathroom, things get more and more crazier, and truly by the end of it, he never truly knows what he's really involved into. And I think that's a lot to do, I think that has a lot to a lot of what the viewers are going to say as well too, in terms of like, I didn't think I was going to get a film like this, and here we are, like something that I was not expecting to be, yet this is what I got. And overall, for a short film, again, I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes, a lot happens and it's entertaining, and I think good acting as Ryan carries the film. There's a couple of other characters that I will not talk about. There is a character, well, again, he's coming out of a breakup, so you know you're gonna have flashes of what that may have been and who that is and whatnot. But yeah, with a very limited cast, I thought like they made this film work. So but yeah, by now hopefully you have the Shudder app. You can check this out, premiering Thursday, August 18th. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about it when you do, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.